Vaughan Electric with Michael, and we are going to talk about the evolution of lighting, correct?
Yes, 100%. Okay. The can, right? The recessed can, you're familiar with it?
The original pot lights.
A lot of your rental shows saw this, right?
Yeah.
So,
This all goes up in the ceiling.
Exactly.
And then what type of bulb?
So this is the biggest bulb, the halogen, right?
Yeah.
This was like the biggest thing for the past 10 to 15 years, right? This was the go-to pot light in terms everybody was buying, right?
Okay, but several years ago things started to change.
Yeah, so then CFLs came.
Oh boy.
And those ruined everything in the market.
What do you mean they ruined everything?
They're terrible in color.
Makes everything look like washed out
Exactly,
or
gray is washed, and it actually suppresses your melatonin level, right? That's the hormone that basically regulates your sleep and relaxation.
Yeah.
So again, blue and white's great for work, right?
Yeah.
Keeps you productive. But when you come home, you don't want blue and white. It's just like the sun, right? As it comes down during the day, you want more warmer tones, right?
Okay.
And that's where CFL and a lot of the low quality LEDs now, they don't make that, right? Because again, it's a blue diode, right?
So let's get out of the halogen and CFL.
So now we went to LEDs, right?
Okay.
And this is pretty much replacing all of this, right? So you can basically take your halogen bulb out, put it to existing trim, and all of a sudden now you went from a 50 watt to a 7 watt.
But that bulb can go in the existing housing here.
It works, right?
Perfect.
So we think it's the solution to everything, but the problem with LEDs, because again it's a blue diode. So what they do basically, it's a blue diode, and then they put a phosphor to make a 3000 and 4000.
Okay.
But you're now, remember, we went from great color to terrible color to efficient, but still terrible in color, right?
Still struggling.
Yeah, because you're not making all the colors anymore, right? It's because of the blue diode, right? So now, again, this was a temporary in the market, and as that's all being faded out now, everything's going to integrated LEDs.
Integrated LEDs.
Yeah, so no more bulbs, right? No more housings. All this stuff is all gone. It's literally just a junction box with a driver in it, and an LED all built in, trim, everything.
So how do you change the bulb?
You don't. It's all modular now, right? So if it ever goes, you just take out the quick disconnect, right, and unplug it, and then that's it. Bring in a new one. Replace
the whole thing. Okay, so what is it that this LED can do that the original LEDs can't?
So where this was limited was A color and power, right? Meaning this was 7 watts. That's pretty much where they max out at. Okay. Now these start at 8 watts and they go all the way up to 20 watts.
So are they brighter?
Much brighter and much better in color.
Really?
Right? So we did a little, so obviously there's some food here. You're wondering what the food is for, right?
I thought you were cooking me dinner.
Well,
and dessert.
Maybe later we can do that. So I want to show the colors, right? So so CFL and LEDs, again, terrible in color. But now as LEDs evolve, so you see the tones?
Yeah, it's
right?
a bit gray.
Exactly, right? The strawberries, everything's gray.
You can tell
so imagine this in your house now, right?
Yeah.
It's very depressing, right? You want colors to uplift. It's just like when people go on vacation, you got a lot of colors, everybody's happy, right?
Yeah.
When it's gray and dull, it makes you a little depressed and stuff, right? So now a lot of the new LEDs coming, right, with the built-in, it's high color rendering, right? So they're adding red into the diode, and then they're putting the phosphor.
Okay.
Right. So now check out the reds.
Oh yeah. It's like shiny.
You feel happy right now, right?
Now I look hungry. And now I'm hungry is what I am.
Right? Look at the reds. Look at the greens. Everything stands out much more vibrant.
Put that one back on. Yeah.
Right? It's pretty much on par with the color quality. Now you got the best of both worlds.
You're a color specialist.
Yes.
So this is where lighting came from. Here's some of the things we're using today, and this is the evolution of where lighting
That's pretty much where it's going, right? Went from great color, terrible color, but efficient.
Yeah.
Right? To now great color and efficiency.
We've come full circle.
Right? So yeah, it's high color rendering. That's where it's going, right?
Beautiful.
It's good for the moods. It's good for the house.
Introducing the Philips BL9, the all-in-one low-voltage LED landscape light, sold exclusively at Vaughan Electrical Supply.
Whether your choice for outdoor lighting be for safety and security, nighttime garden enjoyment, or just curb appeal, the Philips BL9 is one fixture that provides multiple light levels and beam patterns. Perfect for illuminating the various tree sizes on your property while saving you time and money.
The Philips BL9, sold exclusively at Vaughan Electrical Supply, your all-in-one solution for lighting and electrical supplies. Be sure to visit our award-winning showroom.
Show you. It's about the lighting. Hi, honey. Hi, sweetie. I like this setup here because look we're
glowing.
Lighting is your
it's
friend.
kind of nice,
like,
right?
It's such a win-win.
You want it following you around everywhere you go.
I just bring a couple of these with me in the car.
Just like right there.
Yeah, plug them in, hold
beautiful
them up.
lighting. So when you look outside houses now, man, have we come a long way when it comes to exterior lighting. The lighting is beautiful. It's creative. It creates drama.
Right? It's layered, and what's amazing is really it's affordable. It has changed so much how you do the installation, and all the things I'm going to show you today are pretty much DIY, which is great news. We're not trying to cut electricians out of doing their work by any means, but it is nice to be able to add these things. So I'm going to start over here with Vaughan Electrical Supply because they are experts in landscape lighting, and this makes such a huge difference. Are we going to show the pretty pictures first?
Let's show the pretty pictures because that's when you can really see the drama. It's dark out, and look at how your house is lit when you've got that beautiful in-ground lighting.
Isn't that beautiful? And right away, I think, doesn't that look like a mansion? Like somebody's got a mansion, and lighting can do that for you.
It can be 300 square feet, and it looks like that.
It can make your space feel significant, important, gracious, all of those wonderful things. So it makes a big, big difference.
We have a couple of other shots as well. You can see the trees, the way they're lit as well. You're just using the natural life around, but the way you've lit it makes the difference.
Right, and low voltage LED lights, really easy to use, and everybody can do that themselves. And then I think there's one more that's going to show you something that's really extraordinary, and this is the in-ground or the integrated lighting. So you can put this, if you're building, it's really easy. You drill a hole and you drop the light into it, but if you already have an existing space, they can remove a single paver, for example, drill a hole and drop a light into it.
Nice.
Low voltage LED, doesn't get hot. You can walk on it. You can drive on it. You cannot hurt it. It's wonderful. And it's a super simple click system. Starts with a transformer. That's where you get your power. The one thing you need your electrician for is you have to make sure you have a GFI plug somewhere outdoors. It has to be grounded because it's going to be near water if it rains and all that kind of stuff. So that's really important. And then you have this, I'll use the technical term, wire that runs 200 feet and longer, and you literally clip on your light source wherever you need it. It's really fast. It's really simple. I'm not much of a do-it-yourselfer. I know Antonio is on the show today.
Yeah.
He can do everything, not me. That's it.
But you can do it.
And
it's that easy.
And a light could go under a paver, along the dock. Imagine if you have a dock, how pretty it would be to see that lighting all the way along.
Nice.
And I love planting flowers in the country, and invariably we run over them with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
So if you have the, right? Where did the hollyhocks go, I wonder? I know where they went. So the ones that are proud and stand up in the ground can work really effectively as well. This is one of my favorites for lighting trees. I'm not going to point it up because the beam is very intense. You can widen the beam. You can focus the beam. So if you want to focus tight on a sculpture, that can work. And again, the same simple system, doesn't get hot. Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
And you know, we've talked about the drama of it all, but think about the safety.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
These are all safety precautions as well. People will actually stay away from your house a little bit more if they know it's lit like that. Someone might be home.
That's right.
This is all good.
They do say the #1 prevention of crime is to light an area effectively. That's the truth. And if you have kids that are coming in and out at night, it's really important.
Yeah, and you're spying on them at the window, seeing what's going on.
We have floodlights that go on when the kids were dating, like the house lights up like a hanger,
right? On sensors.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it.
These also from Vaughan Electrical Supply, beautiful lighting for shrubs. Aluminum, doesn't get hot, so safe for children or pets. Fantastic.
Like the on that.
Isn't that beautiful,
pretty.
like a copper color?
Nice.
And then we went to a couple other of our friends, Union Lighting and Furnishings.
Oh, I
you're
love
gonna go back?
Union, yes, but before we get there, Vaughan Electrical Supply sent down $40 gift cards for everyone in our audience. That's not bad. Get some drama going.
Get you started.
Get you started.
Some bright ideas. See, I stole your line. We're talking about lighting under your cabinet. So it is a good place. It's a good functional place to put some lighting in.
Absolutely.
You're going to be using that space, so why not find good inventive ways to do it? You've brought us a ton of pictures so we can see examples.
Because we've used all sorts of different versions of task lighting and accent lighting.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, a question that people are always asking. Where do I use and what lights do I use to really highlight my space?
Okay, so let's take a look at the first picture we have here, and you can explain what's happening here.
Perfect. This is the same sort of idea, and the difference is the bottom one, you're looking at what a puck light does, and on top you've got your Philips LED light. So one distributes it more evenly on top, as you can see, whereas the puck light is more directional.
It's more of a spotlight.
It's more of a spotlight, yeah. And I've worked with both of these. I still work with both, and it really depends on the look that you're going for.
Okay, all
so
right.
There's no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer. Okay, this next picture here, what kind of lighting are we looking at in this?
So this is your LED light. So this would be sort of your typical valance lighting or under cabinet lighting. We have some examples of those here. This is putting out, this is using about 5 watts per foot, so it's very bright.
It is.
You can really light up a space. Great for task lighting, so if you're working on your countertop and you want those lights underneath, these are perfect. They're low voltage, so you can run 100 feet of this per switch.
So if you've got that humongous kitchen,
if you have 100 feet of kitchen because you're a hungry individual,
you could do that. But I'm thinking, I guess, for someone who's really chefy and they're always in the kitchen. Do you cook? Because I don't.
I do cook.
I need no light in the kitchen because I'm just going to the fridge and grabbing something that's already prepared. But if you're in there constantly and you might want the fluorescence, you might want something that's a little bit more powerful because you're going to be using it all the time.
You know what? I think there's a bit of a misconnection there. A lot of people think that you need to, LEDs aren't powerful enough, but they really are. I mean, what you're looking at here, this lighting is very powerful. Puts out a lot of light, and it's got a built-in transformer. So this really, you can hook right into these. You can see the power box would be right here.
Yeah.
You don't have the transformer's built in, and the heat distribution is here. So this can pound out a lot of light.
Okay.
Now, when you talk about accent lighting, in fact, you may want to hit the switch. This is really cool. I don't know if you can hit the switch there, but we'll just turn these all on so you can see what we're dealing with.
Oh, these are pretty.
These are pretty, right?
I love them.
There you go. I can make you a necklace.
So nice.
There you go.
Choker. I look angelic.
You
I
do.
really like this.
And
this is good lighting. No,
we're done.
leave it
We're
here.
done. We're done. There's a couple things you do need to know. If you're going to do some task lighting or some accent lighting, first of all, in the task space, you've got your yellow.
Yeah.
You're more of a yellow light, and then more of your white here.
Right. Are you looking for warm or are you looking for cooler?
Exactly, and that's up to you. You can see the same thing in this strip light here. This is really cool because this is a sticky back, so you really can just peel and stick this under your cabinets.
That's awesome.
It sticks underneath. It's so low profile that you don't even...
It's so easy to work with.
Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. I would plug it back in while it's running, but we'll get a little spark. But what I was going to say
you can see how easy it is to deal with, right?
This is the type of thing you would put, around. I'll tell you what I did because I think people will love this idea. So in my house, I use this in all my closets. So when you open the closet doors, this is taped behind the inside molding. So the entire closet lights up when you open the doors.
That's amazing.
No switches. Fantastic.
That is awesome.
People
that's
are
a good way to
using
use
this on the edge of their countertops, for instance. If you have chairs underneath, it's like always lit underneath. The other thing I've used this for is I routered a 1/2-inch groove in the bottom of all my stairs in my staircase.
Oh, yeah.
And I have these under my stairs. This uses 1 watt per foot. You could literally leave this on 24/7 for a year, and it would cost you like $5. And it's like your stairs are lit up at all times at night.
That is
awesome. It's always safe
with
and easy.
With the kids, right? When they come out of their rooms,
it looks
they
like
can
a nightclub
see.
a little bit. I won't lie. Right?
Yeah.
I could
or
totally
you feel
make
like a
you
celebrity
dress.
walking up the stairs of your house. You're like, I have spotlights everywhere.
It glows. It helps
it's
it glow.
amazing.
People are putting these everywhere. They're so low profile, so easy to use, and it's plug and play. You literally, and I shouldn't do this while they're on, but you can pull them out.
You're still alive.
They come in these 12-inch strips.
Yeah.
And so you can make them as long as you need or as short as you need.
Very cool.
And you just snap them together.
Do you want to talk about these at all, or are these the ones you talked about sort of off the top?
A little bit. These are your puck lights, and these are a little more traditional. If this would be under your cabinet, you'd probably inset them.
Yeah,
So you would, again, want them inset so they're flush underneath. But these are still great because you want to use those inside your cabinets, for instance. If you've got glass shelves or a glass door, you're going to put a puck light at the top. It's going to, it's going to go through all of the shelves. It's going to light it up for you.
Yeah.
But again, that gives you a more traditional look. So even if it's under cabinet lighting, you're going to get that cone effect on the back wall.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a little more modern, a little more linear.
What's the most expensive thing on here?
Well, I think that they're all very comparable. These ones here would be more expensive because they're a little more advanced and do more work for you.
Okay, good to know. I love this. Can you get started on my dress, please?
Yeah, I'm going to make you a necklace and a tiara, perhaps.
Thank you. Maybe some fronts? Yes, we'll do that.
Summertime is the time of year when we all really get to appreciate our beautiful outdoor spaces, whatever they look like. And